It is 5:49 in the morning on the day of July 16th, and we are gearing up to leave Brett's uncle's house to get to the airport. So we've got an hour drive ahead of us. Let's not dilly-dally.
Passport? Sorry.
All right, so here we are in Iceland.
What the what?
Yeah. We just got out of bus station.
It's also 2:45 in the morning.
It's 4 a.m.
Slowly but surely making our way to our hotel. We will get there and then we will sleep.
Yeah, we're still walking. It's, what is it now?
Iceland's kicking our ass.
It's 5:20 a.m. Alrighty, so,
We're not very good at this backpacking thing.
yeah. Now the problem is that I had reached out to this homestay through booking.com, which is where we booked this through. I messaged them and said, is it possible for me to check in at like 5 or 6 a.m.? I know that's a long shot, like I didn't expect them to say yes, but then they ended up saying yes, we'll see you soon. I said, okay, thank you so much for being flexible, and they said no problem. And so then,
Smiley face.
Yeah, with a smiley face. And so when we get here, we called them and they're like, wait.
Call them 3 times.
Yeah, we called them 3 times and finally we got an answer. She was very surprised that somebody had agreed to let us check in so early. And she said that wasn't possible. And
Check-in wasn't until what time, Brett?
check-in wasn't until 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
It's 8 a.m. right now. And it for us, it's like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, back home, and we're running on about 4 hours of sleep with maybe an hour and a half of broken airplane sleep.
What we're gonna do is take advantage of the open container law until some cafe opens up.
Yeah.
And our sad, sorry souls end up slinking in there, a little sloshy from the duty free. So after that, I have no idea. Like this trip.
Yeah, we have
so
7
far
hours to kill. I don't know what we're gonna do
or
how we're gonna stay awake. So we were walking in, and just here is this huge thing of graffiti. Like so much graffiti everywhere. It's really cool. It's really fucking kick-ass. Alright, as you may notice, we are now in our guest house, finally. It is like almost 6 now. I think we're at the 24-hour mark now. 24 hours with no real sleep, and then the night before that we had 4 hours of sleep. I showered and Elisa's out to shower now, and yeah, seriously, we're just gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. So we'll do some serious exploring in Reykjavik tomorrow. We'll check out some hot springs. We'll check out possibly a really cool church and whatever else piques our fancy. Then later at night we're gonna camp. So a nice bed tonight, and then camping tomorrow.
Good morning. We are just now leaving our one luxurious night in the homestay and are now on our way to the grocery store to pick up some essentials, and then we are catching a bus to our campsite for the night. All right, so Brett and I finally set up camp and we're walking to a restaurant to try and catch happy hour because everything in Iceland, surprise, is extremely expensive. Like beyond, we're about to go and get a hamburger for $26. Like,
well, yeah, because we're trying to do budget is the whole thing, and so it's difficult to do budget in Iceland.
Just kind of branching off of that, this is exactly what we're talking about. This is not Pepsi.
Yes, well it is, some of it is.
It's actually half Pepsi. The other half is filled with duty-free scotch.
Duty-free scotch.
So since the sun never sets here, we figured that we would do some day drinking.
Yeah.
And try to get a little more bang for our buck here instead of spending a ton of money out at bars. hence the happy hour.
We flew in the other night and we were walking around probably around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in Reykjavik, and we saw a lot of people just with open beer bottles walking and drinking.
Yep.
And so it seemed as though nobody cared about open container stuff. I looked it up and yeah, I guess open container laws are mostly for America.
Yeah.
Iceland just doesn't have any open container laws.
So we are gonna enjoy our little walk on the coast here. Hi, Mom. And yeah, see where the Monday night takes us.
Yes. So I've been drinking a bit, and it's been hard to keep it together and interact with other people. So ordering was a little difficult, but we got a lamb burger. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah,
We got a lamb. We got 2 lamb burgers. We got 2 of them. It's the burger of the week, so it's 500 krona less. So like we're all about that budget life.
Backpacker's wet dream.
So we both got a burger because yeah, we're trying to set up. And then this was the only beer that was on happy hour, so we got it. It's an Icelandic beer, and I'm expecting it to be mediocre because it's a lager.
We are Vikings.
Actually, as far as lagers go, that's great.
I love that.
That's actually really good.
Yum. How is it?
That's good. I can't
Even though they were burgers,
I
they
can't
were-
believe that was our first meal. Like our first real meal, because we've just been eating
You've
like
been roughing it.
a loaf of bread and some cheese and a slice of meat.
Dried meats. This is BM. That is our tent. That was not there before we left. So, I don't know. Brett, please move over so I can get in this tent with you.
I'll take my shoes off first. There you go.
Oh, thanks for the help. There you go. Now move over. Look at our home.
So we finished up eating, we came out and just hung out back here, and now we are headed to a hot spring. There's a lot of geothermal activity here in Iceland because of all the volcanoes, and it's on a fault line, and so we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of that and soak. Okay, so that's the end of the day.
We weren't able to obviously take the camera into the geothermal pool, which is sad. But it was fantastic.
It was awesome. There were really, really hot baths. There were different degrees. So there was like a 38 degrees Celsius, 40 degree, 42 and 44. We were in the 42 almost the entire time. Tomorrow is going to be some really awesome stuff. Tomorrow we rent the car. I wake up at 5 a.m. to go get the car. And yeah, and then we travel out to a glacier lake. We get to see some waterfalls. We get to see a black beach and possibly some puffins. If you liked us roaming around Reykjavik, if you liked seeing us stumble through our first day completely dead, without 24 hours of sleep and superiorly jet lagged, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of content. We like to make travel related videos and what it's like to travel. This is day 2 of actually like quitting our jobs and doing this full time. So if you want to follow us more closely and see more up-to-date content, please follow us on these social media sites, and you can see more current content than the YouTube videos that we upload every few weeks.
We're stoked for tomorrow.
Yes.
And if you are too, well, stick with us. Next time on The Travel Diaries.
That is one of many man-made caves.
We are in
Yokosaron. It's the glacier lake. It just goes to show that icebergs are massive, and that piece of ice looked tiny
Yeah.
when it was moving, and then it just flipped over and it was this huge piece of ice.